Alright guys, let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Yeah, there was a one streamer I kind of watched in, what was this? In YouTube. He was streaming some kind of games. Some games. And he always kind of started his stream by, let's do this, guys. Just with this kind of a tone. But yeah, he has a few million subscribers, I think, so obviously he's better than me. I have only 20 something thousand. Sadly, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, but okay, now let's continue. So the last thing we did are those threads on her souls, if that's the word. But you know what I mean, those things that are used to grip, for grip, the grippers, the gripping things, the okay, no. Alright, this looks kind of nice, but you know, I'm still not convinced by this character, although we are almost done with it. But probably with the gun and everything, it will be better. Yeah, sometimes the concept itself is very cool, like this one. The model itself for the game that we are doing, so like this, the T-pose, or in our case the A-pose or something, is not that cool. But then when they animate it and put it in game and it starts moving or doing some stuff, holding the weapon and everything, much cooler, much cooler. So we have to probably consider that. Now, what I like to do to start the boots is first determine whether those metal things here will finish like inside, and here will be the boot itself. Well, maybe this will be better. For those metal things to be just until here, but we have to make it straight. So those curvy things with wavy geometry is not nice. Everything should be straight and cool. Of course, when we do it with separate geometry, it will be. And it will be easier to make it straight with fewer polygons. That's why I always say, make sure you don't have too much polygons too early, because it's difficult to fix that. It's difficult to fix the waviness, and that's always true with kind of people who are new in making heads, human heads. And I noticed that many people want to make a human head, female head for example. They want to make it, but they kind of lack practice. That's the only thing they lack, practice. Because you need practice to make it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10. 10 times is the key in my opinion. If you spend like 4 or 5 hours on each head and you do 10 heads from sphere, and in each head you will be a little bit better, you will know a little bit more the forms because you will watch references, and you will understand and see better the references. You will be able to understand better the references, and suddenly you will be much better than from the first head. And then when you do like 50 more heads, you will be much better, and until you are above the average 3D artist. And I saw that, by the way, there are people, there are few of them, few people, but they are, that are constantly pushing. They are like beginners, but a few months later they are not beginners anymore because they are pushing. They are doing studies, study after study, and suddenly at some point you see some wow things that I can't believe, you know, amazing things from them, things that are top level, that even I cannot do. Or maybe I cannot do, yeah, I have to practice a lot more to do it. But yeah, that's what practice does, because you see, I'm practicing, but for specific thing that I want to do. For example, now I'm practicing to do a feedback on a female body from a student, and I showed you already. So that's what I'm practicing on, and I'm doing it. If I practice heads, probably I will become better, I'm not sure. But here I think we lack something on these boots. This kind of line. Probably it will be nice to have it. Maybe even like this. No, in here it wouldn't be nice, so in here it wouldn't be nice too. So because, you see, we have this kind of a border line in here, it's okay. We have a border line in here, which is kind of a sole, maybe something like a seam or whatever it is. And yeah, we shouldn't have something like this going here, because it will break everything. Although, since she's a punk girl, maybe it's not a problem to break the symmetry or break whatever. You know, punk. Breaking is allowed. Okay, yep, you know, I'm doing this 3D sketch a little bit longer because I'm afraid to start the boots. The boots are always scary. I'm always scared by the boots. And that's kind of true, by the way. I may look like I'm joking, but I'm a little bit concerned. By the way, I always like when somebody does a good boot. For example, you see from here, it's like from below, it's like this. You have a thin area here, then it goes like wide and like this, and in front it's flat. From the side view, you see how it's flat and then goes up, and then here you have like area for the fingers, for the toes, and then it goes down. And all considered, this looks like nice boots. I mean, they're not the best ever, but they look nice. The people who are making good boots, they know what they are doing, and also good hands. Hands and boots, hands and feet, you know, they are very important, and also the face, of course. The face is the most important thing. When you look at a character, whatever the character is, stylized or non stylized, first thing you look and you kind of acknowledge is the face, always. And if it has mask, then it's a problem. Then it's problematic. But most of the time it doesn't. Alright, let's think about it. Let's first make a mask of the bottom part here. Let's try this. Make a mask here. And try to keep away from the sides. Because if it goes like the mask area should be relatively flat. If it goes behind it up, if it goes up, it will be a little bit difficult. I mean, it's not super hard to fix later, but extract, accept, Control-Shift-Click, del hidden, and zero measure on the lowest possible level. Let's see it now. Okay, it's not very nice, but we'll have to fix it anyway. So maybe I will polish it a bit, so it will be become a little, then small, not little, small, and then I will push it like this. This thing I don't need. By the way, you see how my brush is small and then it goes and becomes big. Because when we work from below, sometimes this happens, but if we disable perspective, the brush will stay the same, which is the best. So I will disable perspective exactly because of this. Because I don't like this kind of my brush to be big and then small and then big without any reason. But ZBrush is doing this sometimes. It's normal. We don't have to be afraid of this. It's kind of cool. Oh, it's not cool. It's normal. Let's zero mesh it again. And again. And now it's kind of look fine, the geometry is good. I will put my pivot here, rotate it with Alt, click this, rotate it a bit, and then I will try to increase the size of this, rotate it, and then with a little kind of a, or small move brush, not small but big move brush, I will move it with little moves like this, move, and then I will flatten it if I have to with a high polish brush, and this should do. You know, you have to start from somewhere, and the heel, or the sole, not the heel, the sole, this is the sole, should be a good way to start, good place to start. Could be, we'll see if it is. Then we will make thickness, and then we will fix some things, and probably it should be okay, but it's about to be seen. And yeah, most of the time when you do something enough time, when you spend enough time on something, it will become good. And that's true, but you have to have practice, you have to know where to start from. And that's why I'm doing these courses, of course, for you to know where you can start from. And also I do these courses because they are kind of a good source of income, side income, because I'm working in a game industry, but side income, not bad. I mean, I can afford to go to a vacation even once every 2 months for 1 week. Of course, in our seaside here in Bulgaria, not abroad. But if I do enough courses, maybe I will be able to do it in some other country more interestingly. But we'll see. We will see. Yeah, we'll see how also the world economics will go in the next years. It will be pretty interesting. And I'm saying those things now because, you know, we are so far ahead in this course. Only the serious students are presenting here. You see? So I'm using the high polish brush. I'm using, sometimes if I see that this is going like inward a bit, it's going convex or concave, I will go with my inflate brush and just push a little bit with the inflate brush to make sure it's not like going like concave, yes, concave. It's not concaving. So when we are ready kind of with our this, I will go here, and since we have a lot of polygons here which are not needed, so I will go and go to a edge, insert single edge loop, and I will alt click on those edges to just erase them. Alright, and I will erase this and probably this one too. And now we have more simple geometry, which is what we want. We want as simple as possible geometry. We don't want too much polygons here and there. We want simple geometry. It will be better, and when we smooth it, when we subdivide it, it will become smooth and nice. Especially, this is especially true in stylized characters, but also in real-time characters, for the clothing or boots or everything, because it's much easier to work with low polygons than it is with high polygons. You see, I'm moving one vertex at a time. This is a hard surface modeling now here. We're doing hard surface in ZBrush, and of course we already did that with some of the other objects that we did, but it's still nice. So I want to be able to see them from the top, so I will click double here in our quick menu, and then I will kind of make the extrude. Let's make this extrude up, looking sharp. I think this will be nice for now, and now we have to fix some things that are going wrong in here, and you can see what it is. It's this guy in here, but we always kind of have to do it to fix these things, which is cool. I don't mind at all. Because, you see, now we have a good soul. Soul. I'm not sure soul, how it's pronounced. Sole. It's written sole, but it's how it's pronounced. I'm smoothing here now, because when the polygons are going over each other, it's a little bit difficult to take one, and you have to use very small brush and just take one kind of an edge, or not edge, but vertex, and move it, and it's annoying. So I just smooth them and they separate, and then I smooth them again when I kinda see necessary, but little smooth just here and there. Here this will go up, and this will be thinner in this area probably, but not too much. Because you see, I don't see her having this kind of a heels, not high heels, but normal heels in the concept. So I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about those heels. Maybe her sole was very much flat. But yeah, I don't want to make it flat. It just doesn't look nice. It looks a bit strange when it's flat. Because the soles almost always have this kind of thing. Let me think about, think about something here. What I like to do is, but it will be difficult to do. Let me try to do something here. Let's go to our ZModeler brush. Let's go to an edge. Let's go to some new function here on the edge, which is slice mesh. And then let's try from this vertex to slice, no. Okay, from this vertex, no. Okay, we have to start from an edge, slice it here. No, it will not be a good idea to slice it in this way. Probably we'll do this. Go to an edge, insert single edge loop, and insert single edge loop with shift here, like this. And then what I will do is stitch this and this, then this and this, then this and this. And you see how it's coming. So later you will see what I will do with the rest of this edge loop, because I need it only here in the back. Yes. So stitch, what, we'll stitch this and this, this and this, and this and this. The idea is to have the edge going from this vertex back to the other vertex in the other side. And this front part we don't need for now. So I will go to insert edge loop and just try to delete it, but it didn't happen. So what I will do is I will mask this area here without this front area, probably, and then I will try to delete it. It's a little bit difficult, so I will mask everything here and then try to delete it, and now it's happening. I deleted it, but you see this thing happened. So I will go to this edge, delete edge, and just click on it and click on it. In this case, insert and with Alt to delete it will not work very good. Probably it will smash something, the polygon. So it's better to delete it with the delete function and everything will be okay. So now I think, yeah, we have inverted geometry here. So I will flip it and then remove the double. It's very important sometimes to remove the double. And how I understand that it's flipped, because I wanted to inflate it here and I was using inflate brush to inflate it, but it was deflating. That means they are flipped, the polygons are flipped. And most of the time when I extrude this way, that the polygons became flipped. Most of the time. And sometimes when I have the double function on, like I did right now, I don't see them that they're flipped, and I'm working and then I'm subdividing and I'm doing everything and they're flipped and they're flipped, they continue to be flipped, they cannot be unflipped. And at some point I realized that they're flipped and I flip them again. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's okay. So here in the back I don't like it too much. This because if I want to make an edge loop around all this thing, it will be a little bit different, although difficult. Although I can do this. Since this whole top thing is one polygroup, I can do this. I can go to our ZModeler brush, then I will go to a polygon, hover the polygon, press space, go to inset, polygroup all, and then drag a little bit. And you see how it becomes an edge like this. And it's kind of bad because you see how things are going not very well. And I'm not sure why exactly, but it's sometimes, you know, it's a problem. Let's go here on a dot, slice mesh, click, click, and then space. Space is clearing this slice, because if you don't press space, just press space, it will clear the slice. If you don't press it, when you try to slice from different place, let me show you what will happen. So I'm slicing here, okay, and then I don't press space, and I'm slicing here, and you see between them a slice. But if I press space and then try to cut here, it will cut it. And of course this cut I don't need to be creased, so I will press do not crease. By default it's creased, but I don't need it to be creased, so it's fine. And here we have some very strange thing going on. We have to be careful. Now it's fine. And let's see if we can insert an edge loop here. Oops. Yes, we can do it, but it's not a good thing. Let's go here and stitch again. Wow, one video only for the soul. Yeah, I see. By the way, I'm trying to stitch here. By the way, we're working on the wrong foot here, because we have to work on this one. So when we have problems like this thing here, it doesn't do symmetry. I mean, you see, I did it here, but it's not in this area. So what I will do is I will disable symmetry, hide this, del hidden, mirror, okay. And now we have it on both sides. And now I will work on this mostly, so I can just click mirror and weld and it will be fine. I will press X to have symmetry and continue working in this area. And I will connect also some points in here. Stitch this and this, this and this, this and this, this and this. And you see, sometimes you have to go over the polygons like you are in 3D Max or in something, because you're working with low poly geometry. And ZModeler brush is just amazing brush for this purpose. As you can see, you already can see that it is very nice for this purpose. But we'll continue in the next video, because now we are out of time, and for 20 minutes we did just this, which is preposterous. But whatever, we'll see. Yeah, see you in the next video, like always.